Yo, Libby D, Shayna Bachelor, Hut, Girl, take you a little break after tonight. You got too many titles to defend to be messin' with your health.
Don't worry, I'm going to. Hey, you can tell me. What did you and Les Femmes do with Luna? Looks like she disappeared after you caught her.
Girl, she was very drunk. I mean, you would swear somebody poured a whole lot of liquor into that woman. We felt bad, so we called an Uber to have her taken to the airport. Told the driver she would sleep it off by the time she got there. No idea what happened after the car left the arena.
Thanks, I guess. Hey, are you still wrestling Patty tonight?
Yeah, we are. Good champions duel match, like we had before. I'm sure it's gotta be an attention getter for both of us. Hey, you really, aren't y'all to gonna tag team anymore? Seems a real waste not to. Y'all are so good together.
I don't know that I'm ready to jump back into it yet, but I'm sure we will sooner or later.
All I'm saying is don't waste a lot of time. You got a good partner, so don't let her go off alone, or worse still, before she finds another partner. I just want the best for you, Dee Dee.
Hey folks, welcome back to the second hour of tonight's Rwl Sn Rl. Hangman Tex Lynch here, and I'm here with my associates Wally Cardilla and Johnny Bianco, and we're going to ride with you through the second hour. What a second hour it's going to be. Got a couple of exciting ladies matches, a tag team match, and in the main event, get this, Harley Race facing the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Now that's going to be a great Legends Division match. Wally and Johnny will be back in just a minute. But let's start getting underway with our second hour startup match. It is going to be a good one. It's a champions duel, ladies and gentlemen. And coming up to start the second hour, it is a ladies division champions duel, which you do not see every day. The women's world champion and 1/3 of the ladies tag trio champions, the Queen, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, locking it up with Triple Crowner, Powerhouse Patty Powers. Especially when you got two ladies that have got all that championship gold. Man, this is going to be a gem.
One of those cases where I wouldn't dare to try and pick a winner. Yeah, sure, Jeannie's got an impressive track record and all, but Patty Powers has all the requirements needed for an upset win. She's every bit as powerful as Jeannie, and their skill sets are about equally matched. But agree, Tex, you've got two opponents that are this successful, this popular. The results just have to be nothing short of spectacular.
That is exactly what I'm counting on, GB.
And her opponent from Tampa, Florida. She's NRWL Ladies Triple Crown Champion, Powerhouse Patty Powers.
Well, here's another lady that's not doing too badly for herself, Powerhouse Patty Powers, the newest with the Ladies Southern Championship, which she just picked up a couple of weeks ago, along with the Ladies Legends Championship and the Women's Gulf Coast Championship. Powerhouse Patty Powers definitely got a whole bunch of gold and definitely got all the skills she needs to pull off an upset win on Dynamite Jeannie Parker, but can she do it?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, ain't it? Still, if anyone can pull off an upset win over Parker, she would be one of my top choices. Especially after that killer performance at the tournament in September.
Yeah, she did perform pretty well, didn't she? Yeah, Powerhouse Patty Powers. This is tough, guys. Jeannie and Patty are two of my favorites. I'm not even going to try and pick a winner here. A rare and beautiful champions duel with some rare and beautiful ladies. This is going to be a gem right here. Willie Johnson rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Jeannie Parker slams her down. Whoa. Hard right to Patty Powers, followed up with a second one and a quick shove down to the canvas. Jeannie Parker delivers a stomp to the leg of Powerhouse Patty and goes right into a heel hook stretch on Patty Powers. Jeannie Parker drops the elbow across the chest of Powerhouse Patty Powers. Another hard left and another quick shove. And Patty goes down to canvas again. Another elbow drop across the chest. Well, one thing's for sure, these ladies are not taking it easy on each other. Right back into the heel hook stretch again. Goes Dynamite Jeannie Parker on Patty Powers. And she's going for a quick cover. One. Well, not even just a one, says Willie Johnson. They lock it up again. Patty over the top rope and out onto the floor. Here comes Jeannie Parker. And going right back to work on the same leg on the outside as the referee gets ready to start counting. Whoa! Hauled halfway across by her ankle. Patty Powers rounded up by Jeannie Dynamite. Whoa, what a rising knee right there. And again, another elbow across the chest of Powerhouse Patty Powers. Jeannie Parker rolls Patty back inside the ring. Now she's making her own way back inside. Takes herself all the way up to the top. Drops an elbow across the chest yet again. 1, 2. I thought that might have been it, but Powerhouse Patty gets that left shoulder up. Jeannie Parker goes back to work on the leg again with a stomp. Follows it up with another one. And right back into the heel hook stretch one more time. Well, she came with a definite strategy. She is working on the lower extremities of Patty Powers and the chest with those elbow drops. That's about the 5th one she's taken so far. Patty counters with a kick, gets back up on her feet. Follows up with a stomp to the midsection to Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Patty slams her face first into the canvas. Oh. Quite possible she did not appreciate being physically abused quite that way. Slams Jeannie Parker's face down to the canvas. Jeannie in the corner. Patty gets a hold of her by the ankles. There's an alley-oop out of the corner from Powerhouse Patty Powers. Patty locks up Jeannie. Jeannie whipped to the ropes. Kitchen sink knee to the midsection. And Patty Powers has just suddenly turned this bad boy around. Hard kick to the back to Jeannie Dynamite. Patty with a double axe handle across the back of Jeannie Parker. Follows that up with a stomp to the lower back. And goes to work on the arms. Jeannie Parker on the canvas now and on the defensive. After being dominant for the first couple of minutes of this one, there's an arm snap from Powerhouse Patty. He's doing a little showboating for the fans here in Hershey. Takes her way all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Jeannie Parker is still laid out near center ring, but she is slowly making her way back to a standing position. Here it goes. Double axe handle finds the mark right across the head of Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Patty countered by Jeannie Parker. Jeannie gets a hold of Patty, whips her to the ropes. Power slam. Textbook power slam from Dynamite Jeannie Parker, who's doing a little bit of showboating of herself. Oh, man. Oh, these two definitely top-notch stars. Patty whipped to the ropes. Elbow from Jeannie Parker takes her down to the canvas. Jeannie rebounds off the ropes. Catches a couple of knees going for the crossbody. Patty put those knees up pretty quick. Powerhouse Patty Powers escorts Jeannie to the far right corner, smashes her head into the turnbuckle, and tags her with a couple of body shots. And now a foot to the throat of Dynamite Jeannie Parker. Jeannie rolls out towards center ring. Patty Powers debating what she's going to do next as she slowly makes her way up to the top turnbuckle yet again. Jeannie Parker back to the stand position. Shoulder tackle from the top rope. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. 2, says Willie. That was a close 2, too. Patty Powers going right back to work on the Women's World Champion. twisting the head and neck area. Slams Jeannie's head down the canvas. And now beating her head against the canvas. Man, these two are not fooling around. Patty Powers dragging a momentarily stunned Jeannie Parker towards center ring, but she is quickly trying to get back up. Patty Powers is going to try and prevent that if she can. Again, smashes her face right into the canvas. Jeannie rolls out for a quick reset. Patty follows her, but Jeannie playing a little game here with her. Locks her up. Oh, man, another hard shove. Whoa, damn. Rolled her ass over tea kettle, followed up with a kick to the face. Jeannie Parker. Oh, man, another running boot to the face. A clubbing overhand right, a kick, and a headbutt takes Patty down. And again, the momentum in this match has turned around real quick towards the women's world champion. Here we go. It's going to be a slugfest, ladies and gentlemen. Patty Powers and Jeannie Parker trading shots back and forth. Jeannie tags Patty with a right. Patty tags Jeannie with a right. Oh, this could go on for a while. Patty Powers countered by Jeannie Parker, inviting her to go back again and try for some more. And she does. Patty catches a right from Jeannie. There's a short arm clothesline that ends the argument right there. And Patty Powers, whoa, man, she has taken quite a couple of shots. Took her a minute to recover. Patty rounds up Jeannie Parker into a headlock punch. Goes behind. A headbutt from behind. Turns it around. Whoa! What the hell kind of suplex was that? That was different. Huh. Patty Powers up on the middle rope as Jeannie gets up to a standing position. Here we go. Double axe handle again across the head of Jeannie Parker. She steps out, steps right back in again. Patty locks her up, has her up. Oh man. What a power slam. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Another near fall. But no dice. Jeannie Parker got that shoulder up, kicked out. Patty Powers has to go back from zero again. Jeannie Parker making her way back to a standing position using the ropes. Patty delivers a headlock punch in the corner. Jeannie counters with an elbow. A clothesline takes Patty down. Swing and a miss. There's a back body drop to Patty Powers. Jeannie Parker has her up. There's a spine buster. Huh. That might have knocked the wind out of her. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3, and yeah, this one's all over.
The time, 7 minutes and 49 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Dynamite Jeannie Parker.
A pretty explosive confrontation between these multiple champions. But Dynamite Jeannie Parker once again comes up with another win. Just wow.
Jeannie Dynamite has sure earned her reputation, though. And after all, while we three wouldn't try to pick a winner, Parker was heavily favored to win this one based on that reputation. This is a gal that doesn't drop a whole lot of matches.
Well, Dynamite Jeannie Parker picking up another win for herself. Gotta be impressed with that. When we return, Jesse Ventura and superstar Billy Graham facing the television tag team champions, the Southern Gentlemen, when we come back.
Coming up, tag team action as Jesse Ventura and superstar Billy Graham join forces again in a non-title match with reigning champs Matt Clark and Rod Whitley, the Southern Gentlemen. The following non-title tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, at a combined weight of 560 pounds, the team of Jesse the Body Ventura and superstar Billy Graham.
The Grand Wizard one more time reaching into his seemingly bottomless stable and pulling out Jesse Ventura and superstar Billy Graham to face the Southern Gentlemen in this non-title matchup. But a win here for Graham and Ventura could mean other title opportunities down the road.
That'd be exactly what the Wiz is hoping for. And I'm sure he won't be shy about lending his boys a hand if he feels that they need it, especially when we're talking about possible title opportunities. Their opponents accompanied by Crystal Gabor at a combined weight of 545 pounds from Pembroke, North Carolina. champion, American Supreme Matt Clark, and together, they are WO Television Tag Team Champions, the Southern Gentlemen.
Hot as a pistol, Crystal Gabor, in her trademark leopard prints, leading her man and his cousin to the ring for this match. And while the Southern Gentlemen have been doing just fine for themselves, you've been hearing they're looking for something more. So Tex, I know you and Steve Groves over at Rage met with the boys in late August, but I haven't heard anything else, so what's the deal, boss?
Oh, it's easy. Matt and Rod are quite happy with their current success, but they are looking for something more, but I will not go into it right here, Wally. It'll have to wait. Sorry, Wally, there's just some things I've got to keep under the hat. Jesse Ventura and American Supreme starting this one off. As referee Tom Kennemura sounds the bell, they lock it up. Matt Clark nails Ventura with a backbreaker. Jesse Ventura counters with a sweep of the leg. Moves in on Clark. Locks him up. Tried to escort him to his team's corner, but no good. Elbows to the midsection from American Supreme. A hard clothesline puts Ventura in the corner. There's a stomp to the chest. He's got him by the ankles. A little alley-oop assist out of the corner for Jesse Ventura. Matt Clark drives the knee into the arm of Jesse the Body. There's a flip over neck whip. Followed up with a stomp to the leg from American Supreme. Clark turns it over to Rod the Bod Whitley. And these two cousins, man, they do work together well. Jumping neck breaker. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. One, but not even one. It is wild to think that Matt Clark and Rod Whitley at one time couldn't stand each other. Jesse Ventura gets his face gouged by Rod Whitley. Rod the Bod takes him up into a bear hug. Jesse Ventura rescued by superstar Billy Graham, sort of. Ventura has to finish the job on his own. Double ear clap and then an elbow takes down Rod Whitley, followed up with a stomp right to the head. The Grand Wizard of Wrestling watching and waiting. I'm sure he's gonna weasel his way in there if he has to. Big time flex and an elbow drop across the chest of Rod Whitley. Rod counters with a dragon screw, takes Ventura down to the mat. Rod rounds him up, escorts him to the Southern Gentleman's corner, head first into the turnbuckle, goes Ventura. Ventura counters with an elbow, gets out of the corner, gets a hold of Rod Whitley, catches a knee to the midsection, and hurled halfway across the ring by what little hair he's got left. American Supreme Matt Clark comes in on the tag. And Clark, wasting no time here, takes himself up to the top turnbuckle. And he's waiting for Jesse Ventura to stand himself on up. Here we go, double axe handle right across the head of Jesse Ventura. And superstar Billy Graham just itching to get in there, huh? A snap of the arm to Ventura from Clark. Supreme rolls out right after Ventura, wasting no time at all here. Right into an armbar on Jesse. Jesse Ventura rounded up by American Supreme. Counters with a knee to the midsection, takes himself back inside the ring. Goes after Rod Whitley with a shoulder tackle, puts him out on the floor. Jumping elbow from Clark puts Ventura down again. Rolling elbow misses the mark. Ventura gets out of the way. Charges. Whoa, man. Nasty slam right there from Jesse Ventura. It looks like he may have had enough. He's tagging in superstar Billy Graham. Clark too late to make the interference. Graham catches a kick to the midsection. Clark with a clothesline takes him down. American Supreme tries for the drop toe hold but doesn't get it. Graham tries for the bear hug and doesn't get it. Ventura catches a right from Clark. He goes out onto the apron after Jesse. Drops him on the lip of the apron. Graham goes after Whitley but winds up catching a knee to the face. Jesse Ventura is out to lunch. Okay. American Supreme Matt Clark makes his way back inside the ring, locks it up with superstar Graham, whips him to the rope, knee to the midsection from Graham. The superstar with a discus punch to American Supreme. Misses with the stomp, jumping elbow again from Clark. Might have hurt his back on that one. Clark locks him up, one arm suplex. from American Supreme. Graham catches a cheap shot from Whitley, but counters Clark. Delivers a jab, winds up catching a hip toss. American Supreme rounds him up, takes him down. Here we go. A little bit of a surfboard stretch and a stomp right to the back. Slamming the face into the canvas on Superstar Graham. Hard right from Clark, spins Graham around. He's got him up. Sit out powerbomb. Nicely done. Here's the cover on the hook of the leg, but Jesse Ventura right there to break it up. The Grand Wizard liking what he sees there. Graham counters with a kick to Clark. Follows up with a stomp to the midsection. American Supreme rounded up by Superstar Graham. Being escorted to his team's corner, head first into the turnbuckle goes Clark. Here comes Jesse Ventura on the tag. Double team incoming. Clark whipped to the ropes. Catches a double back body drop as Jesse Ventura takes over for his team. Charges, misses with the clothesline. Matt Clark catches a knee to the midsection from Ventura. Ventura whips Clark to the ropes again, misses with the elbow. Clark puts on the brakes. Ventura gets a hold of him again, has him up over the shoulders. Hangs him up off the top rope. Jesse Ventura puts on a shoulder claw to American Supreme Matt Clark. And for the first time in this matchup, the momentum seems to be shifting towards Graham and Ventura. Graham comes in on the tag. Misses with the grapple. Catches a right from Clark. Clark locks him up. Catches a kick to the midsection from Graham. Couple of hard rights and a hard right to the midsection. Matt Clark whipped to the ropes. Another kitchen sink knee to the gut from Superstar Billy Graham. Graham locks him up. Escorts him towards his team's corner, smashes his head into the turnbuckle. Here comes Jesse Ventura again, and here comes another double team from Matt Clark as he's whipped to the ropes. Catches the second back body drop as Jesse Ventura moves in again. Drives the knee right into the head of Clark. Yeah, the momentum has definitely shifted towards Graham and Ventura here for the time being. Look at this. A very painful hold. Stretching the legs, the ligaments, the knees, the whole thing. Jesse Ventura rounds up Clark. Delivers a series of wrist clutch kicks. And Jesse the Body Ventura wasting no time here. Going right to work on Matt Clark. Keeping him off his vertical base. Ventura with some knees to the back of Clark. Goes after Whitley. Delivers a forearm. He's going to try and bring him into the ring. No, he hung him up off the middle rope, and out he goes. Clark goes behind on him. Gets up. Whoa! What a suplex from American Supreme. Matt Clark rounds up Ventura again. Hard right, spins him around. He goes behind. Jesse Ventura counters with an elbow. Right to left, a throat chop. And up into a bear hug as Jesse the Body tries to get a submission here on American Supreme. I can pretty much tell you that's not going to happen. And if it does, I'd be very surprised. Clark goes to work trying to loosen the hold. Succeeds in doing so. Backs off Jesse Ventura. Beautiful wraparound DDT from American Supreme. Quickly goes for the cover. One. Not even once as the referee. Clark turns it over to Rod Whitley on the tag. Ventura stands center ring waiting for him. Slams him down to the canvas. Jesse Ventura moves in. Escorting Rod Whitley to his team's corner. Smashes his head into the buckle. Here comes Superstar Graham again. Another double team from Graham and Ventura. Off the middle rope, double axe handle across the arm of Rod Whitley. Whitley locks up Superstar Graham. Hard whip to the ropes. Misses with the grapple. They lock up again. Knee to the midsection from Whitley. Whitley has Graham up. Sidewalk slams him center ring. Crystal Gabor cheering the boys on. And here comes American Supreme again. Graham waiting for him. Locks up, kick to the midsection from American Supreme. Nails the drop toe hold. And right away into a submission. Stretching the legs. But here's Jesse Ventura to break it up. Ventura needs to get the hell out of here. Matt Clark's going to show him how, I think. Oh, man, what a nasty full Nelson suplex from American Supreme. Matt Clark. Oh, here comes Rod the Bod Whitley again. Jesse Ventura just snapped out of it on the outside. Ventura sent for a ride to the outside himself by Rod Whitley. Graham has Whitley up over his shoulders, hangs him up off the top rope. And so far, the Grand Wizard appears to be behaving himself for the most part. Rod Whitley steps out, comes back in for a reset, gets a hold of Graham, takes it. Oh, man, just bumped him like a sack of spuds. Oh, damn. Whitley takes himself back outside to go after Graham. Misses with that move. Goes behind on Graham. Gets him back inside the ring. The superstar back on his feet. Rod Whitley wound up by the arm. That clothesline takes him down. Graham going for cover. 1, 2. No good. Whitley powering out of the pin. Graham tried for the spear, wound up getting caught. Graham gets a hold of Whitley. Ooh, nasty gut buster right there. Hard knee to the midsection from superstar Billy Graham. Graham, one more time taking Whitley towards his team's corner. Again smashes his head into the turnbuckle. One more time tags in Jesse Ventura, and here comes another double team. Double axe handle across the arm of Rod Whitley. Whitley locks up Ventura, whips him to the ropes, misses with the elbow. Ventura puts on the brakes. Nails Whitley with a clothesline. Ooh, man. Ventura's fired up. Turned it over to superstar Graham. Rod Whitley laid out on the canvas as superstar Graham drives a knee into his head. The superstar making his way all the way up to the top turnbuckle here. He's diving, and there's the elbow across the chest of Rod Whitley. Graham going for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Well, just the 2. Whitley kicks out before Clark even had to make the save. Ventura looks like he wants to go after Clark, but I don't think he should do that. Clark pleading to get in there. Rod Whitley misses the oh man, I don't believe it. That almost never happens. Graham back in the ring. Whitley gets a hold of him. Delivers a couple of rib breakers and just tosses him back. Oh, wow. He caught the tag this time. Here comes American Supreme. Here comes Jesse Ventura. Fresh partners all the way down. Jumping elbow. Takes Ventura down to the mat. Tom Canamura almost got smacked. Jesse Ventura has him up. Tail. Oh, pile driver and a nasty one. This could be the end right here. 1, 2. And it almost was. Jesse Ventura taking Tom Canamura to task on his count. Another shoulder claw to American Supreme from Jesse Ventura. Clark makes his way to one knee. Drives a hard shot to the midsection and a hard right to the face. Locks up Jesse Ventura. Snap suplex center ring. Right in the heart of the elbow. Clark covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Another near fall. And Graham wasn't even there to help. Ventura catches a kick to the gut. Another jumping elbow from the American Supreme. Ventura catches up with Rod Whitley on the outside. Sets him up for the powerbomb. Slams him into the lip of the apron and then the side of the ring. Clark rounded up by Ventura. Taken down to the floor because it's the arrogance of Jesse Ventura doing push-ups over here as he drives a knee into the arm of American Supreme. And both members of the Southern Gentlemen look to be in some kind of trouble here as Jesse Ventura makes his way back inside. Charges quickly taken down by American Supreme Matt Clark. Winds up the legs, stretches the arms, stretches the back, and stomps the back of the head on Jesse Ventura. Ventura looks like he's out. Clark, hard right, spins Ventura around, goes behind, has him up. There's that sit-out powerbomb again. There's another cover on the hook of the leg. Superstar Graham finally making the scene and making the save for Jesse Ventura. Elbow to the face from Clark. Clark whips Ventura to the ropes. Gets his front knee to the gut. And Rod Whitley catches the suplex on the outside from Superstar Graham. We got 2 matches going on right now. Head first into the buckle goes Clark. Well, Grand Wizard clearly in all his glories at the present time. Here's a kick to the midsection. Hard slap, a kick, another kick, and a Hurricane Rana from Matt Clark. Something we don't see American Supreme pull off all the time. Jesse Ventura busted up and looking like he's in a little bit of trouble here. Taken down. Clark stretches the leg. Here comes Superstar Graham, breaks that one up. Graham caught up by Clark. Showing the outside. Goes right back after Jesse Ventura. And look at this. Oh, man. Inverted suplex. Pace first into the mat. One Ventura. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Well, this one finally comes to an end with the Southern Gentleman picking up the pinfall win.
The time, 14 minutes and 35 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Matt Clark, Rod Whitley, the Southern Gentleman. It's been a long time since we last saw the Southern Gentlemen perform that well. Not only did they get the win, they did it with solid teamwork, shutting down any potential momentum shifts before they got to out of control. While they may not be as successful as the originals, they're one of the most efficient tag teams I've ever seen do the thing. Great match, and a solid win for Clark and Whitley.
Back in a moment.
Every October for a decade it has come, rapidly infecting the blood of its victims, affecting the hearts and minds of those it touches, an all-consuming obsession to be part of a collective whole. This October it returns again as it has for 10 years. RWL Halloween Brawl starts October 27th right here on the RWL YouTube channel.
Alright, up next, here's one I've been looking forward to and dreading at the same time. Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote gets it a 2 out of 3 fall submission match with Shayna Baszler. Oh, man.
The following non-title contest, a submissions match, 2 out of 3 falls, with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, she's NRWL Ladies Triple Crown Champion, All-American Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
Danielle sporting some fresh new ring gear tonight for this one, and just damn. Not for nothing, Tex, but look at that outfit she's not wearing. She just picked that one out recently.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. You know the kind of thing. She showed up, showed it to me and said, well, how do you like it? How does it look? I'm like, well, that's the most adult Spider-Man costume I've ever seen in the whole, well, it's their traditional red, white, and blue, so we really can't say much. But Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote, doesn't matter what she's wearing, she's going to have to get 2 tap-outs on Shayna Baszler to win this match. And I just hope she guards her head, for crying out loud. She's going to take a little break after this matchup, but, just too much.
Well, at the very least, she was able to enjoy her 2nd anniversary as Joyce Grable Memorial Champion, with no one ruining the night. No sectarians, no Luna Vachon, and no future endeavor to mess up the festive atmosphere. But now, she's in this match with Shayna Baszler, with each trying to score those to submissions to win. Her opponent from Sioux Falls, Iowa, here is Shayna Baszler.
Well, Shayna Baszler in her first single match, we've seen her in action with Zoe Stark in tag team competition. But tonight it's all about Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote and trying to score 2 submissions on the ladies triple crowner. And if anybody can do it, it would be Shayna Baszler, but I don't think she's going to be able to. Danielle is just too primed for this matchup, and she's determined to get through it so she can take a little bit of an extended break and make a full recovery. She's taken way too many knocks to the head in the recent weeks.
Danielle's dedication to her craft is admirable, but when you're responsible for defending 3 individual championship belts, staying healthy is key. I really do hope she comes back even stronger for that future match with Luna Vachon. And, of course, I'm hoping Danielle wins here.
I think all 3 of us are hoping for that. Well, I just hope she's going to be careful in there, damn it. Best of 3 falls. Tap out. Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. Willie Johnson rings the bell. They come center ring. Shayna Baszler. Which Danielle to the far left corner, draws a knee into the midsection. Goes behind on Danielle. Escorts her to the opposing corner, smashes her head into the turnbuckle again. Oh Man, forearm right across the face. Oh, that is a painful move right there. Shayna Baszler. Assistant Danielle Heathcote out of the corner. Shayna Baszler makes her way to the top turnbuckle here. Waiting for Danielle to stand up here. And Shayna Baszler goes air. Hard forearm. Right to the head of Liberty Bell Danielle. Shayna Baszler whips her right back into the corner again. Hard shot to the midsection. A kick to the midsection. Down goes Danielle. And assisted out of the corner again with another alley-oop. Oh. Danielle with a jaw-jacker to Shayna Baszler. Locks her up. Escorts her towards the ropes. And Danielle bouncing her off the ropes with hard shots to the hard shots to the back with the forearm. Down goes Shayna Baszler. Danielle Heathcote locks her up. Sets it up. Tried for the one-arm suplex, but look at this Shayna Baszler. Very impressive. Finds her way out of that one and winds up delivering a series of mounted punches and into an armbar on Liberty Bell Danielle. It is a submission match. We're going to have to expect that sort of thing. A couple of hard right hands disengages Baszler from Danielle. Drop toe hold. And Liberty Bell Danielle stretching the legs, the knees, the ligaments, the whole thing. Shayna Baszler counters with a couple of rights. Disengages herself from Danielle. Both ladies back to a standing position here. Quick takedown from Shayna Baszler and one more time into those mounted punches. Danielle protecting her head. That's a wise move. Shayna Baszler, relentless, just hammering. Well, that ain't good. A wild series of shots to the head for Danielle Heathcote. Danielle charges, wrap around DDT, lands Baszler face first into the canvas. Danielle winds up the arm on Shayna. There's a stomp to the shoulder. Liberty Bell Danielle delivers a stomp to the back. She rebounds off the ropes. Here we go. Leg drop right across the throat of Shayna Baszler. Ordinarily, she'd go for a pin right here, but it's a submission match. She's going to have to wear Shayna Baszler down to get a tap out. Shayna Baszler trying to pull the forearm, delivers a kick to the leg, delivers the right, and gets countered with a hip toss by Danielle. Danielle Heathcote into an armbar on Shayna Baszler center ring. Shayna catches a flip over neck whip from Danielle. Shayna Baszler rolls to the outside. Danielle going all the way up on the top rope. High risk maneuver incoming. There's a leg drop from 10 feet up. That was insane. Okay. Drop toe hold on the outside. Referee Willie Johnson urging the ladies to get it back inside the ring, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Couple of hard right hands from Shayna Baszler disengages Danielle. The ref's count continues. Shayna gets a hold of Danielle, rolls her back inside the ring. Shayna Baszler locked up by Danielle. Hard whip to the ropes. And a kitchen sink knee to the midsection for Shayna Baszler. Shayna catches that fisherman suplex. Danielle with another flip over neck whip. Danielle's just wearing out every possible limb that she can work on later. This is actually a pretty good strategy. There we go, into a crossface right out of the gate center ring. Shayna Baszler with nowhere to go. The referee watching it. But Shayna Baszler fighting her way out. Drives a knee to the back of the head and a fist to the front. Couple of kicks. Oh man, a series of quick jabs. A series of really fast jabs on Danielle. Shayna Baszler gets a hold of her and smashes her head into the turnbuckle. And again, driving those forearms hard across the face of Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Down she goes into the corner. Shayna Baszler puts the boots to the throat of Liberty Bell Danielle. And she rolls out center ring. And so far, we don't have any tap outs yet. And we got to get somebody, got to get two of them. Shayna Baszler smashes Danielle's head into the outside of the... Oh, man, that's not good. Shayna Baszler pitched towards the barricades by Danielle. Clubbing overhand right. A chop. A kick to the midsection. He's got it up for the power bomb. Oh, man, into the ring. It's into the ring post down with the title on the line. You can play it anytime, even if you're 99. Into the ring post time, 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 into the ring post time. Yeah, I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have done that. Shayna Baszler gets out of the way of the diving elbow. Walks up Danielle. Pitches her towards the barricades. Yeah, Shayna Baszler went into the ring post twice. Huh. Okay. Danielle with a sleeper. And here we go. With the legs locked around. Shayna Baszler in trouble here. Potential tap out, but no. Danielle releasing the hold. I guess she knows what she's doing. There's a stomp to the gut. A kick to the side. A stomp to the face. Danielle's far from done so far. Shayna Baszler yanked up out of the corner. Danielle up on the middle rope. Reverse dragon sleeper just hanging her up there and lets her fall. Shayna Baszler collapses center ring. Another flip over neck whip. And Danielle delivers a kick to the leg of Shayna Baszler. Baszler rounded up again. A kick, a right, a left, another right, and she's just wobbling. Shayna Baszler whipped to the ropes, knee to the midsection, down she goes. Danielle rounds her up again. Oh no, fisherman buster that time. Man. Shayna Baszler rolls to the floor again. Danielle going high risk one more time. Oh man. Elbow drop right across the chest of Shayna Baszler. There's a kick to the head from Shayna. Danielle counters with a kick, a right, a left, and another right. And a drop toe hold on the outside. Danielle exploiting that 20 count on the outside to do as much damage as she possibly can so she can get a submission on the inside. Couple of hard rights from Shayna Baszler. She's free and back up to a standing position. Locks up Danielle. Hurls her against the barricades and takes her own self back inside. Referee Willie Johnson continuing the count on Danielle, but she ain't going to be out there long. Danielle makes her way back inside, locks it up with Shayna Baszler. Shayna quickly countered. Here's a kick to the midsection from Danielle. Danielle Heathcote lines up the arm. Gets Shayna on all fours. There's a stomp to the shoulder. Shayna Baszler being escorted towards center ring by Danielle. There's a stomp to the head. Danielle Heathcote countered into the dragon screw by Shayna Baszler. And right back into the mounted punches again. You would think she'd try to engage a submission hold, but no, she just punches. Shayna Baszler with a kick to the leg of Danielle, locks her up, lines up the arm, goes behind on her. Whoa! Straight jacket neck breaker. Damn. Danielle makes her way back to a standing position here on the outside apron. Danielle counters, catches, and then Zagurian out to the floor she goes. And Shayna Baszler looking particularly proud of herself as Danielle comes back inside the ring. Sleeper hold again. Oh man, she's got it locked in pretty good. We'll have to see what happens here. That's it. That's the first one. We've got our first tap out. Danielle 1. Shayna Baszler is 0. Oh man. Shayna Baszler back up on her feet, charges. Danielle takes her down with a spear. Delivers a kick to the side. Danielle lines up over the shoulders of Shayna Baszler. And, oh man, what a nasty spinning Samoan drop from Shayna Baszler. Danielle is laid out. But the only mercy I can see here is that she has not damaged her head too much so far. Shayna Baszler with a kick to the midsection. Grabs a hold of her, has her up. Oh man, into the submission. Right here. And this could be bad for Danielle. Center ring, no ropes to get to. Shayna Baszler releases the hold. And Danielle is motionless as Shayna Baszler makes her way to the top. And here we go. Elbow drop right across the chest of Liberty Bell Danielle. Shayna Baszler doing a little showing off, but she is still down by one. Yanks Danielle down by the hair. Follows up with a stomp to the shoulder. And a stomp to the head. Oh, those stomps to the head, I don't like that. There's a kick to a knee to the side of the head. She is going to need a couple of weeks off after this. I'm serious. A couple of stomps to the leg. And Shayna Baszler. Danielle rolls out to the floor. Shayna makes a beeline for her. Goes right back to work on the legs of Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Turns her over, misses with the stomp. Danielle counters with a kick to the calf. Nicely done. Danielle rolls her back inside the ring. Just needs one more tap out, and this one will be over. Shayna Baszler, rounded up by Danielle, winds up the arm, gets her down on her hands and knees again. There's a stomp to the shoulder. And that arm bent a way nature ain't supposed to do. There's a hard right from Shayna Baszler. Shayna. Oh, flips her over, drives a knee into the head. Down she goes. Another stomp to the leg from Shayna Baszler. Shayna makes her way to the top turnbuckle here. What a match we've had so far. Shayna Baszler off the top rope. Flying punch takes Danielle down the center ring. This is not shaping up good for Danielle right now. At least she's up by one. Shayna Baszler whips Danielle to the ropes. Oof, man, hard shot to the knee. Not good. Danielle counters with a jaw jacket, back Shayna Baszler off. Shayna counters, slams Danielle down to the canvas again. Kick to the midsection from Shayna Baszler. Gets a hold of Danielle, has her up, into the submission against center ring. This could be bad. Danielle flailing, but again, Shayna Baszler releasing the hold. I think she believes she's done enough damage. And then right back into the mounted punches again. A series of hard lefts to the side of the head of Danielle Heathcote. It has been protecting her head to her credit, but oh man, she can't take much more of that. Another set of raking forearms across the face of Danielle Heathcote from Shayna Baszler. Danielle puts on the brakes on Shayna, gets up out of the corner, slams her face down to the canvas, follows that up with a stomp to the head. Danielle rounds her up. Fisherman buster. Shayna Baszler looking like she's having some problems right about now. Danielle all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Double axe handle right across the head of Shayna Baszler. Shayna rolls out for a reset. Brings herself back inside. They lock up. Danielle whipped to the ropes. Shayna Baszler with the duck under. And a pretty nice suplex. Got to give credit where it's due. Danielle sweeps the leg, takes her down. Danielle Heathcote rounds up Shayna Baszler. And another fisherman buster for Shayna. Danielle dragging Shayna Baszler towards center. There's a stomp to the midsection. She's turned over and here it goes. There's the crossface. Shayna Baszler in trouble. Flailing over here. And she is tapping out. This one is over.
The time, 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Your winner, Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
A pretty incredible buzzer beater of a win for Danielle Heathcote over Shayna Baszler. Picking up them 2 falls to none. And I'm impressed with that. Our main event when we return right after this break. Phew. Alright, as promised, tonight's Legends Division main event, something special. One half of the 2 Kings, Handsome Harley Race, set to lock it up with the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Tonight's Snarl main event is set for 1 fall, with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 268 pounds, Handsome Harley Race. Don't let the single match fool you into thinking the T-King's partnership with Jerry Lawler is over. Harley and Lawler are still going to be doing tag matches. But this single appearance tonight is all about Race's opponent, Dusty Rhodes. They've locked horns in the past outside of RWL. And as you guess, each thinks they're the better guy inside the squared circle. And they've both got the championship track records to prove it. Only real question is, who's going to have the better game tonight? Two serious legends about to collide here in our main event.
The rivalry between them is as old as it is real. It all goes back to August 13th, 1977, when the American Dream shocked both Race and the rest of the wrestling world by beating him to win the NWA World Heavyweight title. It's a burn that Harley Race hasn't forgiven, even after all these years. Expect an explosive confrontation in this one.
If I don't get an explosive confrontation, I'm demanding my money back. And while August 13th, 1977 was the straw that broke the camel's back for Harley Race, they fought up and down the southern and midwestern territories for years.
And his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing 302 pounds, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
It is time to let it all hang out, Daddy, to get funky like a monkey, baby. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, making his way down to the ring to face handsome Harley Race in tonight's main event. The Dream looking resplendent in that robe and that hat. Yes, sir, Dusty Rhodes, the patriarch of a huge clan of wrestlers, including Dustin Rhodes and Cody Rhodes, are making their own way in the wrestling world these days. And they wouldn't be here without the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And as a native of Austin, Texas, I do not have to tell you guys who I'm rooting for in this match. Most definitely a worthy Legends Division main event here, man. Harley Race and the American Dream. This is going to be a wild one for sure. Here we go. Willie Johnson rings the bell. The men come center ring. They lock it up. The American Dream with the upper hand right away. Scoop slams Harley Race. Rebounds off the ropes. Drops the elbow across the chest of handsome Harley Race. The American Dream delivers a stomp to the midsection. Harley Race counters, slams Dusty Rhodes face first into the canvas. Follows that up with a stomp. Drives a knee into the back of the American Dream. Does it again. Harley Race shifting the momentum here as he slams Dusty Rhodes face into the canvas. Harley Race pacing around here as he drives another knee into the back of the Dream's head. Follows that up with a stomp to the head. And Harley Race not fooling around here. Tries for the knee again. Dusty Rhodes rolls quickly out of the way, looking at him like he can't believe he tried it again. Huh. Okay. Hard right hand from the American Dream takes Harley Race down to the mat. The Dream follows that up with that big old cowboy boot to the shoulder of handsome Harley Race. Off the middle rope with a fist drop, but doesn't connect. Harley Race takes Dusty Rhodes down one more time. Quickly goes for the cover and hooks the leg here. One. Just a one, says Willie Johnson. The American Dream back up on his feet. Harley Race whips him to the far right corner. Charges. There's a clothesline that takes the Dream down to the mat again. Dusty Rhodes rolls to the outside. Not going to find any safe refuge there. Harley Race dives off the rope. Oh, man. Big time splash from 10 feet up. Harley Race gauging the distance here. Drives the knee into the head of the Dream again. Not sure how much more of that Dusty Rhodes is going to be able to endure. Handsome Harley Race gets ready to, delivers the stomp but doesn't connect. Dusty Rhodes drives Harley Race into the ring steps. I'm sure he caught a couple of corners on that one. The Dream makes his way back inside the ring. Trash talking Harley Race from inside the ring. Harley Race makes his way back inside. Dusty Rhodes charges. There's a clothesline that takes Harley Race down to the mat again. A double axe handle across the back. Harley Race struggles to a standing position. Gets a hold of the Dream. Escorts him towards the ropes. Dusty Rhodes caught up by Harley Race. Nice back suplex from handsome Harley Race. Race one more time, gauging the distance here, drives the knee right into the head of the American Dream. And he has taken quite a bit of punishment already. Harley Race all the way up on the top right turnbuckle. waiting for Dusty Rhodes to stand himself on up. And here he comes. Elbow right across the top of the skull for the American Dream. Harley Race dragging a prone and helpless Dusty Rhodes towards center ring. Dusty coming out of it, tries to get back up to his feet. Harley Race right there to put a stop to it. Dusty again whipped to the corner, another clothesline from Harley Race and an elbow to the side of the head. Harley Race pitches him out towards center ring, tries for the slip over neck whip, but doesn't get it. Dusty Rhodes gets out of the way. A dropkick takes Harley Race down on the mat. The American Dream with a headbutt to Harley Race. Race rolls out outside for a reset. Dusty Rhodes playing a little game here with the ropes. Locks up with Harley Race. Race has him up over the shoulders. Hangs him up off the top rope. Dusty Rhodes counters, shoves Harley Race away with both boots. Gets a hold of him. Hard whip over the top rope onto the apron. Dusty Rhodes hangs him up off the top rope and out onto the floor he goes. The American Dream currently in control of things. And this main event, a clothesline from Harley Race takes him down to the canvas. A hard left. Dusty Rhodes puts a stop to it, delivers a shot to the midsection, a chop across the chest, winds up the arm on Harley Race, smashes an elbow into the shoulder. Another headbutt takes him down to the canvas. Willie Johnson trying to get everybody back in the ring, but no dice so far. A stomp to the arm of Harley Race by Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream rounds up Harley Race again. Drags him like a recalcitrant prisoner back inside the ring. Dusty Rhodes turns Race over. Drives that big elbow right across the chest of handsome Harley Race. Dusty Rhodes covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. That's it. Harley Race loses to Dusty Rhodes by pinfall.
The time, 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
And the Dream getting funky like a monkey, as he loves to say, if you will. The American Dream picking up an impressive win over Harley Race in just a shade under 5 minutes. Wow, I was expecting that match to run a whole hell of a lot longer, but comes the break.
So was I, but both these guys had other plans. Explosive, yes it was. Long, it wasn't. And yet again, let's pile on one more reason for Harley Race to be hostile towards the American Dream.
And that's a wrap on this week's Rwl Sn Rl. It was definitely a ride this week, and we thank all of you for joining us, for watching, and being part of our WL Wrestling. Friends, fans, and fam, our WL Wrestling returns Thursday night, October 16th, with a 1-hour program to be announced, and we sure hope you'll be with us then. For Tex, Johnny, and yours truly, this is Wally Cardell saying thanks, good night, and be safe.